Monsieur le Vice-président,
the Vice President
la République de
of
Gambie,
the Republic of the Gambia,
cher grand frère
my big brother Mohamed Jallo,
Mesdames, Messieurs les ministres,
distinguished honorable ministers,
ambassadeurs,
honorable ambassadors,
Monsieur le secrétaire exécutif,
the executive secretariat of the Senegal-Gambian Secretariat,
directeurs généraux
the director generals of the trade and investment promotion agencies of the Gambia and Senegal,
Monsieur le directeur généraux des
the director generals of the agencies, honorable members of the private sector,
formels comme informels,
whether you are in the informal sector or in the formal sector, distinguished invitees,
Monsieur le Vice-président,
Mr. Vice President,
gannaaw bi ñu nuyoo ñi fi teew ñëpp,
apart from greeting all those who are present here today,
ñu wax ci
we would want to start by thanking you for the honor you have bestowed us here in the Gambia, the visit, and this is the second visit,
waaye muy tertu boo xam ne dafa
but then this visit is significant.
ñaari réew yi nga xam ne frontière
You know, between the two countries,
làkk gu ñu jëlee feneen rek moo ko
the
def ñaari réew
borders and the languages that we inherited divided into two, but tradition of significant importance. If you look at the population dynamics, you know, no body can divide the two countries. Politics can divide them
ngandaay jóg ci
to the extent of
waaye ay réew
other issues happening. But then, for the countries, business
ak investissement
and trade
dajale
and
leen
investment brings them
jubóole leen
together
ba ñu mujj a nekk sax
so that
ensemble yu am
at
doole.
the final analysis, they can
Kon,
be strong
yoon
blocks.
bi gën a gàtt
So the shortest
ci andi
way
jàmm
to get to
saxal jàmm,
peace, to ensure
waaye
that
ak ci gën
peace
a
is
dëgëral
showed,
ay relation
and but we will
day
strengthen
jaar ci
the
yoonu
relationship
commerce.
has to go through trade and business.
boo jëlee lu mel ni Union européenne
If you look at the European Union,
ñëpp xam nañ ni xeex yi gën a
everybody
métti ci àdduna
knows that the
ñu tuddee ko
biggest
guerre mondiale
fights in the world, known as the
ba nga
World
dooree
Wars,
foofa.
started in the
te
European
ñaari réew
countries.
yu ko doon
And
yi ko
the
sumb
two countries who highlighted
ñoo
this, who
wëlbatiku.
spearheaded this,
taxawal li ñuy tuddee tey Union européenne te li ko lay liy
the
laytaay bi yëpp
ones who put in place the European
mooy
Union,
commerce
and the
ci li jëm
underpinning
ci
factor
charbon
is trade of
ak
coal
yeneen source d'énergie.
and other sources of energy.
kon
So therefore,
ba ci wàllu culture
talking about culture,
lay gën a jegele réew yi
what brings
gën a peuple
together closely,
bokk na
closer,
ci commerce bokk
you
na
talk
ci
about trade
lépp lu jëm ci économie
and all issues
bokk na ci li jëm ci
relating to
investissement.
economies and investment.
ba làkk yi ñuy làkk sax
Even the languages that
day am
we speak,
toujours
there is
liy
always
yóbbaale làkk yi
what will
ba tax ñu gën a
spearhead
mën a
the
tasaaroo
languages.
day
I mean,
ànd ak ñaare commerce
It
wala deal.
also goes with trade
kon
and
suñu dajee
business.
fii tey
So our meeting here
ci ñaari
today
réew yi nga xam ne benn la daal
in two countries which in the final analysis are one, to talk about economy, to talk about
waaye
trade,
war a waxtaane ci li jëm
and
ci
also to
investissement
talk
nga
about
xam ne moo yor économie moo yor
investments,
commerce
which
tamit.
is the backbone of the economy
naa ni lu
and
am
trade.
am solo la.
So in view of the above,
Loolu tax
I
ñu
believe
amoon-
that this is significant. So
ñu defoon ko farata teewee
this
fii
is why we hosted
gën a feddali
the second
solo
edition
gi ñu
here
jox
with
ndaje
a
yu mel
view
nii.
to showcasing
Li nag di
such
ñaareelu édition
meetings.
bi.
This is the second edition
Lu am
of the forum. It's commendable.
ñu ne édition bi dañ ko teg
This edition
ci thématique gu
has as its
ñuy
theme
def ba harmoniser
harmonizing
li nga xam ne mooy
of
environnement des affaires
friendlier business
ñuy def
environment.
lépp
All that
lu-
we are doing,
li nga xam ne moo wër
all
dem
that we
beeg
are
dikk bi
doing
ak jëflante bi ci wàllu commerce économie ak
that
investissement
underpins trade,
ñu fexe ba
economy,
niroole ko
and
diggante
investment,
Gambie
that
ak
we have to
Sénégal.
harmonize this between the Gambia and
loolu
Senegal. This,
boo ko jëlee ci ensemble li ñu bokk
in the final analysis, if you look
En
at it
tant
from a
qu'Africain,
global
Pan-Africain,
perspective,
dañuy njëkk
as
a wax Union
African
africaine.
and Pan-Africans, we
Waaye
have to
Union
talk about
africaine
African
yaatu
Union first. You know, the
Boole
African
réewu
Union
Afrique yépp
is
daanaka
vast. The idea is to bring together all the African countries in a big space, more than 30 million square kilometers. The heads of states have deemed it necessary to harmonize all issues relating that would enable Africa to be a single market. This is why the AFCTFA, all African countries with the exception of one. Now, we and the Gambia, we all are part and parcel of ECOWAS. ECOWAS, these bring together countries in the western part of Africa. This also is a 6 million square kilometer space. For the time being, and currently, we have 17 countries who have decided to set up a integrated zone, a single market, so that any things that relating all the obstacles should be overtaken. We even talked about creating a common external tariff, mainly to harmonize all issues relating to customs when it comes to goods coming from other areas into our zone. Furthermore, we have participated in other fora, because not long ago I came here to attend the OMVG meeting. These are countries that share common heritage, because God brings together people, sometimes by force. Well, people say you cannot choose your relatives, but then when it talks about states, you cannot choose your neighbor. But sometimes God brings you together so that you can manage the affairs. So, for example, the lands, the rivers, the Casamance River, the Gambia River, it's our heritage between Senegal and the Gambia. And this is why Senegal and Gambia met at that time, see how they can come up with a charter to see how together we can smoothly manage the Gambia River. Thereafter, Guinea-Bissau and Conakry joined the OMVG. But if you look at the status, it is Senegal and the Gambia who established the OMVG. So Vice President and the President, Mr. Barrow, we should look at the texts, because these texts have been signed a long time ago. Furthermore, this is, I've talked about a broader aspect, AU, ECOWAS, but then we have a bilateral institution, the Secretariat between the Gambia and Senegal. As God will wish, in 2000, from 2011 to date, namely 13 years now, the permanent secretariat never met with a view to looking at what can be done and to smooth it so that we'll be able to all benefit from it. So today, our meeting here in Banjul, within that framework, we would like to thank God, but then we will have to commend the two heads of state, President Adama Barrow and President Bassirou Diomaye Faye. But then, please allow me to congratulate also the Vice President, because he was the one who mooted the initiative. He sat with us and said we would like to come to Dakar on a working visit. This took 2 days, and during those 2 days, we discussed about this matter. President Adama Barrow was fully informed, and that before the end of the year, let us try and bring together the community to relaunch the ideas that are beneficial to both of us. So today's meeting is part and parcel of the Trade Investment Forum. So I would like to congratulate the Gambian authorities. I would like to congratulate the conveners, APIX and JEU. And also, I would like to congratulate the diplomatic representatives and the two private sectors of both the Gambia and Senegal. My dear brothers and sisters, I just said that these two countries are one and the same. So, dealing on trade and business should be between since 2001, when it was initiated with 80,000 CFA francs, that is to say, trade between the two countries. And 2023, we are talking about 117 billion. There has been a lot of evolution. And it should be stated that this figure should have been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of $billions. And this should be multiplied by 10 or by 5. This is our ambition now. In the years to come, if we meet again now towards the next 3 years, the 117 billion in terms of commercial trade, we hope that this would attain $500 million. At that time,
li nga xam ne moom la Gambia war a jëriñ Sénégal war koo jëriñ Gambia.
We will be concentrating on mutual benefits and statistics and data have shown this. And this can be done in all fields. We have talked about agriculture here, but then we have infrastructure, we have energy, we have talked a lot about energy during the OMVG meeting, is here in both countries. The transport sector, which is indispensable between the Gambia and Senegal. Land transportation, maritime transportation, because we all have one coast, and then river transportation, but also air transportation. All these above sectors should be developed. When it comes to tourism, and when it comes to the digital economy, the industrial sector, the oil sector today, oil products, the way we have seen it in Senegal, the availability of oil products in Senegal should be the same as in Senegal, because it's the same basin. Maybe it's the prospective platform which is different, but then from the north to the south, you will find oil products. Now, when it comes to fisheries, all the above potential sectors, and we should be able to enhance them between Senegal and the Gambia. But also,
Directeur Général APIX dafa wax ni,
like in his presentation, the Director General of APIX said the manner in which we enhance the relationship between Banjul and Dakar, because when we came, what we had our heart was that all our policies would be taught from our capital. But then if you want to develop the country, everywhere you go in the country, you have to have the same level of development. So Senegal, Dakar is not, Senegal does not stop at Dakar. So consequently, our transformation program to 2050, Senegal will be divided into hubs, 8 hubs. And these hubs, each of them should be a cradle of development, so that the way we think about it, the way we showcase it, would not mean somebody staying in Dakar and seeing things from the prism of Dakar, but they should take into account the realities of that hub. So we believe that the poles or the hubs, the border hubs, if you take, for example, the Gambia, it has a border with the central hub that is between the region of Kaolack, Kaffrine, and Fatick. This is on the northern part. But then Gambia also has a frontier with the southern hub, that is Ziguinchor, Kolda, and Sédhiou. We believe that if we want to talk about development amongst our two countries, it should not only be between the capital, Banjul, and Dakar, but it should happen concretely on the ground. So those poles, those hubs, how can they work with the Gambia on the border areas? It is part of our agenda. We have to have cross-border economic zones which would be managed by both countries. These would be economic zones that first and foremost would bring together the national private sector, but also would bring foreign investment. And there are rules that govern these hubs, and this would be a win-win partnership. So let us work in that spirit, and whatever we do, each country should find benefits in it. So this is why we are saying that the second edition of this trade and investment forum that we are convening here today is just an extension of what we have done. But then we would like to place particular emphasis. The world is not waiting for us. Africa should know where our backwardness is. And we have what others have been doing in one day. We Africans, we want to do it in 2 months. This explains why we are behind. Cooperation should be done on a day-to-day basis, not only from one summit to the other. This is the crux of the matter. This is why the secretariat, permanent secretariat headquarters in East Gambia, and the country, each country will appoint their representative. And God willing, we will infuse more dynamism into the secretariat. We will give it the necessary wherewithal so that it will play its rightful role, the role of liaison, facilitation, and fast-tracking of relationship between the two countries. So we are happy, we commend that for some months, it has, if the cooperation between the two countries has been rekindled, because in last July, we convened two important meetings. The session of the trade committee, we met, but then most especially, it is the second bilateral meeting between the two countries, and attended by the two custom administrations, and they have taken fruitful decisions to enhance the investment and business relationship between the two countries. So, Mr. Vice President, their invitees, when we leave, we are here. We are here to showcase our relationship and also the international relationship. Our priority is Africa before else. And within Africa, our priority is the sub-region. But then within the sub-region, our priority would be our immediate neighbors. Because Senegal cannot go and leave behind Senegal, neither can the Gambia go without leaving Senegal. Now, I cannot conclude without thanking His Excellency President Adama Barrow for the welcome, but I would also like to congratulate His Excellency Mr. Barrow, because the summit we had not long ago here, without his leadership, we would not have attained the result. So on behalf of President Bassirou Diomaye, we would like to congratulate President Barrow. But please allow me to congratulate the Lord Mayor of Banjul, my friend, my sister, for her welcome
di ko
I would
feddali
like to
diggante bi muy diggante personnel nag
express
diggante nit ak
my
nitam waaye
satisfaction
am nañu mbégte
for
ci gis ko
the
fi ndax Banjul
personal
moo ñu teeru tey
relationship
mooy
because
capital bi
it is good that she is here. She is the one
kon ñu
who
ngi
is
leen di gërëm
welcoming
di leen
us
sant
here. So we thank
di leen
you,
souhaiter
we greet you,
ci seen liggéey bi ngeen di liggéey
and in your respective
lépp
works,
loo
we
xam ne luñ
would
ci
like
séenu woon
to
la
wish
yal
you
nañu yàlla jox lu ko
all the success. May God give us
Sénégal
more.
ak Gambie benn la
Senegal and the Gambia are
dara
one
mënu koo xam
and the
ñaar
same. Nothing can divide
vive
the
le
two
Sénégal
countries.
et vive
Long
la
live
République de Gambie.
Senegal,
Merci.
long live the Republic of the Gambia.